Yeah. 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 Yo.
Fat Bald-Sicilian, keep on doing your thing. You're listen, you're the king of Mob 2, bro.
Yerp. What's up, guys? Let me see. Put this on a little bit. My Arctic Air fan that I got. I like this thing. It's fucking cold. It works. I threw that old piece of shit that I've had in this room for 3 years the fuck out. Let's see. Only 30 people, not many. 30 equals not many. Soto, Joseph Montanaro, Bobby Barbarian, D. Gainey, War, Hey now. You and Stevie the Gypsy. What's going on? Now I'm going to sit back tonight and you guys are going to do the show. No, I'm just kidding. I wish sometimes. I wish that's how we could do it. I got a text earlier that said, excuse me. I have to go to my files. Thank you. FBS, you have no you can accomplish in 12 to 13 years. Is this what Pizza had to say tonight? I'm sure there was other stuff. Feel free to fill me in. Is he talking about like his first 12 to 13 years? Like from 1967 to, 79, 80? Is that what he's talking about? Nick update? Oh, there's no Nick update that I know of. Of course, I haven't checked. I checked a few days ago. I can check. I can do that. Let's see here. Is that what he meant, D. Gainey? His first 12 to 13 years on this earth? Let's see. You could do a lot with, 12 to 13 years or within 12 to 13 years, but not your first 12 to 13 years. You really can't. Kind of, you're not free, You're kind of controlled by your parents. So how much can you really do? Of course, if you're Tony Pizza, you could fight at Madison Square Garden and you could be the bodyguard for the Gotti kids, even though they're all older than him. All of them. Let me see here. Oh, I forgot this part. You guys are making me do this. I didn't ask to be put in charge of this. So don't be mad at me that this is taking up so much time. Wow. Nothing. Oh, man, motherfucker. Yeah. I put 1977 in. Oh, for Christ's sake. I don't want to do this. Let's see. Of course, I'm going to do it anyway because I love you guys. I want to try to help you out. All right, that's the right fucking year. Let's try the right month and day. No, I swear to God, I picked 1978, and this is showing 1977. So it's not me. There's some sort of glitch. So I can't find out anything. That's all there is to it. I tried. Now let me see if I pick 1979. You think it'll do 1978? Try this one more time. Yeah, it worked. I picked 79 and it gave me 78. Nice. It actually worked. I wonder what that's about. Watkins Jail needs to get their fucking website together. That's all I can say. Oh, see, what up? What up? Drager, year. All right. Booking date, arrest date, facility, floor 1, house 2, pod D, cell 3, bed 10, $20,000 bond. Next court appearance, 1/23/2025. To see if they're gonna it's the bail forfeiture hearing, I think, right? So I don't think that's about his charges. Yeah, next court appearance 1/23/2025, Superior Court, bond forfeiture. Yeah. No. What the fuck happened to his case? I don't. The next hearing in this case somehow. It says 2 counts of theft, control property, trafficking stolen property, 2nd degree. All right, well, what else? Site Slayer posted a couple days ago that Nick was given another bond that someone posted for him. Well, that would just make one more thing Parasite Slayer said that was wrong. Why fucker Parasite Slayer? Why not? No, he was given another bond, dickhead. It's 20 G's now. Nobody posted it. Otherwise, he'd be out of jail. Jesus Christ. He's still sitting there. He's still sitting in Watkins Jail. I don't know what kind of jail is called Watkins Jail, but that's the one he's in. So he hasn't been bailed out. Stupid motherfucker. You'd be better off shutting the fuck up, Parasite Slayer, because you say one stupid fucking thing after the next. You fucking said, okay, and I posted it yesterday because when I talked about it yesterday, you said that Tony Pizza, not only does he not have to pay taxes because everything he gets are gifts, but I do have to pay is donations in exchange. Guys, I swear to God, this is another example of there's a special set of rules only for FBS. No, fuckface. Anybody who's on here and gets to pay taxes. And Tony Pizza gets money for that. Okay? Do you need me to show you the 9,000 community post where Tony Pizza said, I ain't doing any more shows paying? It's not worth doing these shows if people aren't paying me to do them. Remember that, dickhead? You stupid motherfucker. Oh, my God. The guy himself says paid for doing shows. He says it all the time. Oh, come on, Bob. You don't do that to me. Are you serious? If so, oh, my God. Hey, now, if you're, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Don't say that. Don't say that because there's no reason it should be doing that. He said they were tips. LOL. Yeah, they're all tips. Donation's just another word. Considering we're doing something in exchange, yeah, that's what tip has to pay taxes on her tips. Jesus Christ. He's such a stupid ass. The way he said it, it's practically the same. He said, let me read this. Fucking thing. Hold on. That's how stupid he is. No ball busting this time, believe. There's nothing I can do about it, guys. There's nothing wrong here. There's nothing that's not on the. It's just nothing. Nothing. If I take that, what if I take that? If I turn that off? Jesus Christ. This is probably better now, right? All I did is turned off or reduced back. Yeah. See how quickly they put that in place. So, see how quickly Trump implements that, because the working people are really his concern. Internet is fucking up. It's not terrible. Sounds good on my end. It's weird when the audio cuts out. It shows you with a full head of hair. You son of a bitch. You were probably joking the whole time, weren't you, fucko? Fucko. All right, let me look at this now. You guys keep distracting me. It's not fair. Let me read to you what Parasite douchebag said. There are no taxes owed on gifts ever by the receiver. By the way, Parasite Slayer, that's not true either. You can literally look it up. There's a limit. Like a person can give you a certain amount. It might even be $17,000, $18,000, a gift of that value. And then, anything else would be taxed, or anything over that. You can look it up right now. Every single word in this stupid ass statement of yours is false. Every single word. Tony receives gifts / donations, so he doesn't owe taxes. FPS receives tips paid for content, so he owes tax. Hairs. So instead of calling them donations, tips. If I'm getting them something I'm providing, does the word really matter? It's the same goddamn fucking thing. And the same thing with Tony Pizza. I can't even believe Parasite Slayer is to ever act like. Just admit you're stupid, bro. It wouldn't be so bad. But you are so fucking dumb. Everything you've tried to talk about, like as if you possess some sort of knowledge on the subject, you've been wildly wrong. Everything. I mean, you're smart on Angel's show. No offense to Angel and them, but they're not the brightest fucking crew around here. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know anything. So it's like Parasite Slayer comes on there and talks, he tries to sound intelligent, and they fall for his bullshit, mainly because he's saying what they want to hear, not because it actually makes sense. Look what Common did to you. I'll talk, bro. I'll fucking debate you on politics any fucking day you want. I'll annihilate you, bro. Annihilate you. Tony receives gifts. He doesn't owe taxes. Look at this. Look how he worded this. I want to, let me put it up on the screen. You got to see this. Owed on gifts ever by the receiver, period. Tony receives gifts / donations, period. So he doesn't owe taxes, period. You think maybe, I don't know, Parasite Slayer, comma, so he doesn't owe taxes or something like that? You think they should be, you fucking idiot? FBS receives tips / paid for content. Tips / paid for content? Oh my God. Again, it would be FBS receives tips paid for content. Or paid to him for content. That / right there. Okay. So he owes taxes. Yeah. Okay. And maybe FBS content, comma, so he owes taxes. You know, a Parasite Slayer, read or write. Unbelievable. So this is a loophole? Yeah. No, Parasite Slayer just wants to sound like he knows shit. Nobody would differentiate. Nobody. Nobody. If Tony stops doing shows and he receives money from all of that money, I'm with you. He probably doesn't have to doing anything for the money. Then yeah, you could say they're all gifts. They're not. Okay, especially if some of them was like this is for tearing FBS up, or this is for exposing so and so, or if this is for a great show, things like that. You know, the IRS would look at messages that go with fucking Cash Apps, Venmos, PayPal, stuff like that. You know, it's kind of hard to deny if it says something like "great show, Tony." You know, it's an asshole. Parasite Slayer. I swear to fucking God. I swear to God. Oh. You don't know fucking anything. And you're so stupid. Don't get me wrong. It's not like Tony Pizza even filing his taxes. But if he trying to decide whether he should or shouldn't, or whether he should or shouldn't claim his income, and then him locked up. An asshole like you. You're not even a jailhouse lawyer. You're not any kind of lawyer. You have no knowledge of the law, bro. When it comes to taxes, the criminal justice system, or anything else. Is owed on gifts ever by the receiver. Ever? Really? So somebody could give me 12 Lamborghinis today, and I could just say, hey, you know what I mean? Wouldn't that be the perfect way to transfer money to somebody? I'll just give you these X amount of dollars, then you could just go sell them, and you never have to pay a dime on that income. Holy shit. You'd be MRE. I swear to Christ. The taxes are never owed on gifts by the receiver, ever. Sure. Parasite Slayer, I'm sure you don't get any gifts, but if you ever do get some real valuable ones and somehow it becomes public knowledge, go ahead and try not to claim those on your taxes for you. Receiving gifts over $18,000 is taxable. Thank you. And what did I say a minute? Or 18,000. Yeah, Parasite Slayer. Yeah. And guess what? That's just something I knew. I didn't look that up like in the last 24 hours. Otherwise, I would have remembered the exact number. This is just, you know, somewhat common knowledge. You know why? For people who don't have to worry about this shit, about it every year. I get gifts. I've got. So every year I have to check and see what the law is, you know, in case it changed. How much you're allowed. You understand? My God. And look, I mean, this is you proven wrong again. I mean, Casey Robinson is 100% right. You can Google it. And Parasite Slayer that says there are no taxes owed on gifts ever by the receiver. They would tie the money to why, who. Absolutely. Yeah. They would want to know where the money's coming from and why it was given to you. Yes. Okay. Now, if somebody messages Tony on Cash App and gives him $5 and says this is for a bar of soap, nobody would do that because everybody knows he doesn't use soap. But let's just say, okay, then hey, I'm sure the IRS probably won't have an issue with that. You know? But if they give them, say, 25 in the course of a year, or even if it's just a shit, giving them, you know, mad donations, and they're quite obviously tied to his. Okay, and you know, gee, Parasite Slayer. Think Tony Pizza has said on his channel, I have a job. YouTube's my job. I think Tony Pizza said that, Parasite, you fucking idiot. He says it all. I got a job. This is my job. YouTube. I pounded for money on YouTube. If you can donate to FBS. Yeah, how about that? Pizza's brother runs a 501c. What's that? Oh, for religion, tax purposes, whatever the fuck they call it. 501c, apparently. Yeah, exempt. Yeah, they want to talk all kinds of shit about politics. They want to be involved. They want prayers in classrooms and, church, religion, God, the Bible, in schools and stuff. Taxed. They should be fucking taxed. Yeah. Jesse Roth. Pieces brother is actually tax exempt. Yeah. Parasite Slayer posted a link to Charles Schwab link explaining Casey. Both him and what does it say exactly? Because again, like I just said, Tony Pizza has literally said that this is his job. This is how he makes a living, off of people's donations. So, you know what I mean? And it's so funny because Parasite Slayer, this is the only time he ever wants to. Any other time of the year, I get donated according to Parasite Slayer. But now, because he's trying to differentiate between my income and Tony Pizza's, mine is tips and Tony slash donations. God almighty. Parasite Slayer, right? If you guys haven't figured that out yet, you know that, right? Under annual exempt amount, gift from spouse, if money is for the tuition. Yeah, but again, let me go back. Blim Shady, you think I know how to even find? It's not like he has a channel where he does any type of content. No. Puberty. You're right, Jeff Goldie. You're brilliant. Very smart guy. I blocked you. My bad. I'm sure it was all fun. Anyone sending more than 600 to anyone over the course of the last year will be receiving a 1099K to report what they sent. No way to dodge it. Anyone sending to anyone over the course of the last year on PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. What do you mean? That don't even make sense. 1099. I don't think you understand how that works. That's not true. This is definitely Parasite Slayer. It's a 1099. Okay. The reason he sent it. Yeah, I don't believe if that's true, that makes no sense. Why would the sender have to do that? Well, that doesn't make sense. It says specifically when you look up the law that they're not even worried about between like family like that. Okay, they're not even concerned with it. So, like in other words, if you go for dinner once a week, and every week you cash app them about $100 for your cut, they're not. This is for business accounts first of all, okay, and even if not, okay, don't give me taxes, but the 1099s are only for business accounts. They're only for business accounts. The money that needs to be taxed is money that's being exchanged for goods and services. You understand? So, The reason I know about the annual gift amount is because I got dinged for it a few years ago. Oh, is that right? Pizza's man was giving him the money, not using Google to ask for donations from strangers. What was that supposed to say? Not Pizza's man. Pizza's what? Mom? Is that what that was supposed to say? Not using Google to ask for donations from strangers. Let's let Pizza try that logic on the IRS during an audit and see how far that gets them. Of course. I mean, again, guys, you want to say, oh, 1099K? Bro, I don't need. Why would a sender have to get a 1099K? $600. So in other words, they want to find out if you're paying somebody for their goods or services. I don't. It might be true. I don't know, but that still seems odd to me. And Blimp Shady business account, Venmo, PayPal. I'm assuming. Oh yeah, no, bro, you're totally wrong. Now I know you're wrong. You're wrong, Blimp Shady. I'm not trying to be a dick. You're wrong. It changed this year. First of all, it changed last year. Okay, last year the 1099s went out. It's now $600. It used to. Let me ask you, Blimp Shady. Do you think that any of my donors have? Because it wasn't. I'm telling you, trust me. Last year it was in effect. Last year it was in effect. What year did 1099 start going out from cash payment services? That was what it was supposed to be, 2022. The Internal Revenue Service threshold organizations for tax year 2023. Money via PayPal, Cash App. Cash App in 2024. Get ready for this IRX. Okay, so you're saying it changed this year. You mean, okay. Do you mean like you for tax year 2024, right? That these are going out. Oh, great. I'm cutting out, they said. For 2024, they're going out. Changing this year. You're saying it already changed, right? Because it already changed. Let me see. 1099 from a PayPal, 1099 NEC, or 1099 miscellaneous forms are sent out from people, companies who made payments to you. Look it up. Look it up. I'm telling you, right? Look. Are 1099s or 1099Ks being sent out for on Cash App?
According to Cash App, no. If you have a personal 99K, buy or sell stock or Bitcoin on Cash App, you may receive other.
Okay. So see, it's business accounts, like I said, accounts. And we'll see what happens. I reported my shit. I report my shit. I don't fuck around. And I don't know of anyone ever getting a 1099K. If you're saying the 2024 year that's in effect for, you might be right. But I've been doing it all. But I don't know of anyone ever getting a 1099K. I'll tell you that much. I would, trust me, I would know. I'm shady. I'm literally saying 1099K. I'm saying 1099 because I'm the one that would. You understand that? You understand that I'm going to get a 1099 for my business account. Soto. When the IRS locks up pizza, he'll say they did the same thing to Al Capone. Of course. He'll try to compare himself. And this whole act anyway. We can get back to this, but Parasite Slayer is saying that he gets gifts. Apparently, according to Parasite Slayer's new rule, I'm the only person who gets tips for my content. Everybody else gets gifts/donations. You know, Parasite Slayer, you know what you have to do to prove that Tony Pizza isn't getting money in a, especially when people like me have clips of him saying that, you know, all the pizza clips I have, right? This is his job. This is what he does for a living. So how would you try to say that it's anything else? Because you're in Pizza's chat and you want to kiss his ass, just like you do in Angel's chat and every fucking thing else. Soto, I did it with my DJ business. I was a 1099 employee with my DJ business. I literally, my 1099s. Do you remember? You can go on my community post. Go back a while, scroll down, and you'll see my 1099s from my DJ business. You'll see them. So again, so it's only for businesses, business accounts. Will Cash App send me a 1099 for personal use? No, if you have a personal account, you will not receive a Form 1099. For personal transactions, such as splitting a bill with friends or sending a gift, require tax reporting. However, it is still a good practice to keep detailed records of all transactions to avoid any confusion during tax season. So if the question is, can Tony Pizza get away with it? I told you the probably can. They're not really going to bother with a homeless guy. That doesn't mean he doesn't have to claim. Like if they do catch on, like let's just say somebody got a hold of somebody at the IRS who actually gave a fuck about Tony Pizza, he would absolutely get the same penalty anybody else would. For that amount of income, $77,000, really any amount of income, and not claiming it. You know what I'm saying? So Parasite Slayer is wrong. He's wrong. Because that would apply to me too then. Considering that Tony Pizza has also said that he does this for a living, then that would apply to me too. I just get gifts and donations. By the way, call an accountant and ask them, do content creators have to pay taxes on their donations, not their tips, on their donations? And they're going to tell you, yes, absolutely. You know how I know? Let me let you guess how I know that. How would I know that if you call an accountant, he's going to tell you that, yes, you have to pay taxes on your donations as a YouTuber? I thought you were allowed up to $15K in gifts before you have to pay on it. Nah, it's not that. It's $18,000 from any one individual gift giver, whatever you want to call them. If somebody gives me a gift that's worth $17,999, I don't have to claim it. If it's worth $18,001, I have to claim it. You know? So that's that. Or at least, you know, it's not taxed. I don't know if you have to list that from an individual. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, let me see. Shannon DeLucia. Let's see. What the fuck? A 45-year-old Italian man with a squeaky Mickey Mouse voice. Are you serious? And hangs out in skate parks while his wife works. I mean, holy shit. Shannon, I don't even have to go any further. Like, other than to say, if you're listening to my voice and you hear a squeaky voice, you might be going deaf or having some sort of serious hearing fucking problems. I literally have a deep voice. Are you not hearing it right now? A squeaky voice? Are you sure you're not talking about MRE or stand-up guy? You might need to get your hearing checked, Shannon. I'm just giving you advice. And yeah, the rest of what you said, sure, why not? Yeah. Let's see. Hangs out in skate parks. I definitely do that while his wife works. She definitely works and lives with mommy. Well, she lives with me, but whatever makes you feel better, Shannon. You're 100% right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shannon, you got me. Guys, I got to end the show. I'm going to get emotional. Shannon humiliated me. Oh my God. Shannon pointed out that I hang out in skate parks and that my mom lives with me because, you know, even though the whole world knows that my mom lives with me and I take care of her just as a good thing to do for, you know, a parent, an old parent, they have to turn it into something bad. So, because that would be a good thing, right? If you live with a parent or a parent lives with you that you take care of, then that would be a good thing, right? It's a noble thing to do to take care of a parent. But if you flip it around and say you live with your mom, it's like, oh, look, I'm a loser who lives with his mom. The problem you have, Shannon, is that my wife bought this house in 2011. Okay. And I moved in here, I don't know, 3 to 6 months or something before my mom did. And that's because I married Shanna. So it's literally Shanna's house and my mother lives with us. But okay, you're right, Shannon. Absolutely, 100%. I'm a big fucking loser. Look at me. Look at my lifestyle. Oh my God, it's pathetic, isn't it? I spend the days doing whatever the fuck I want. And I you know, spend a couple of hours a day doing this as a job. And you're right. It's how could anybody live this way? How could anybody live this way and make a living for 3.5 years, a very good living, working only a couple of hours a day and then doing whatever the fuck he wants with the rest of his time? Give me 1 second, guys. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, Blimp Shady. I don't even know what you're talking about. A 1099K is a 1099, and you don't receive it, or you don't receive it if you're the sender of money. Not from what I can find. You don't. You don't. I don't think. Up here. You need to add it yourself. The reporting threshold has been delayed to go as low as $600. It's just currently $20,000. This is why they're issuing one. So only when the IRS will know about this is if you report it to them. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I see nothing about senders of $600 or more getting any type of documentation, anything where they have to claim. Angel, how about I debate him on this show? Here's the link for Parasite Slayer. Here's the link. Look at the Angel being a fucking A fucking opportunist. Is that Angel? Is that really Angel? Angel, why wouldn't you tell him to just come debate me on this show? Why wouldn't you do that? Here's the link. There you go. Who gives a fuck what they say? Who cares? Tony Pizza stuck his dick in his brother's mouth when he was a little boy, you know? So, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's not Angel. It's not Angel. I didn't think so. Pizza doesn't have to pay anything. He's an important person. He is probably in charge of the IRS. Just ask him. Yeah. And for Blimp Shady and whoever, gifts are neither taxable nor deductible on your tax return. Jeff Mella, it depends on what you're defining as a gift. You know what I mean? If somebody buys me a laptop and that's all they've given me for a year, that's no big deal. It's not a problem. You know what I mean? But if they buy me 12 of them and they equal, over a certain amount of money, then it's an issue. You know what I mean? So, and of course they wouldn't be deductible. Parasite tried telling me John Jr. didn't go to the Fed, said the 302 was gas pipe Cassos. Yeah, he's of being Tony Pizza. Or yeah, Tony Pizza. Yeah, let me read this to you guys. Form 1099K. You got me doubting my fucking self over here with the 1099K talk. Form 1099K is a tax document that reports payments received through third-party payment processors such as PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and similar services. That's it. No sender is going to be getting anything, unless maybe if it's like I'm looking it up right now, Jeff Mello. I'm reading it right now. Why would I even have to do that? You're referring to exclusion for the donor. I'm reading it. You said simply Googled it. I Googled it like 5 different ways, Jeff Mello. I Googled it. I'm looking at it right here. Literally, I'm looking at it right here. This is from WighamLaw.com. This is a law firm. If you have a personal Cash App account, you won't get a Form 1099K from us. Note that if you previously had a Cash App for Business account received on it, let me see. Oh, okay. Now I can't even find it. If you have, I can't find it now. That was just what it showed in the Google page, and I click on it, and I can't find it. So about the IRS requiring Cash App to 1099 everyone. Well, that's Reddit. You guys already know what that is. A payment app or online marketplace is required to send you a Form 1099K if the payments you received for goods or services total over $5,000. And again, that's for a business account. Well, of course, he's a made guy. Nobody's doubting that. It says if you've received, it's not for the donor, Jeff Mella. It's not for the donor. The senders may want to write off a portion saying it was a donation. That's why they will be receiving it starting this tax year. Except they won't. Again, I just looked it up a bunch of different ways. They won't be. They won't be. Absolutely not. If let me explain something to you, okay? Like, say you're an employer, okay? Now your employees. Let's my example. You're a hold on one second. Love you, baby. All right. If you say you're a club owner, okay, and you hire me to be a DJ, like club owners used to do, and it's an on the books DJ job, because not all of them are, you know, you want to be able to write off the money that you pay me, or you at least have to claim it. I don't know that you can write it off, but you at least have to claim it. Okay, you paid me that money. Okay, plus I'm sure it benefits you, however. Okay, so you'll report the income that you paid to me, and then I'll get a 1099. But it's not. What do you mean it's not a 501(c)(3)? It's not a donation if it's not a 501(c)(3). So you would say that all of Tony Pizza's donations are tips, and that he has to report them. I don't know. I think they're just breaking my balls. I don't know. I think Jeff Mella and Blimp Shady maybe are the same person or something. But I'm telling you, I'm looking at it. You're wrong. 1099 and 1099K, there is no difference. Okay, you guys had me in the beginning. I'm fucking doubting myself. Like, wait a minute, 1099K versus 1099. It's the same fucking thing. It's 1099K. That's what I would get as the DJ. You understand? At the club. And in this case, that's what I will get for the money I received. It's a reporting form. It's as simple as that. So it documents my income that I brought in through, say, Cash App. And then that's it. I have no choice but to, when I file my taxes, to include that, just like I would, a W-2. So same shit, except it's for self-employment. So that's that. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys are trying to do to me, but I think you succeeded. You kind of drove me insane for a while there. I'm going to do this one more way. Will people... What is this? Is this old? When the new reporting requirements first announced in the American Rescue Plan, third-party payment apps will eventually be requiring to report earnings over $600 to the IRS. Prior to 2024, the earnings threshold was 20,200 transactions to receive a 1099K tax document. Now, Tony Pizza had 2,500 transactions. But again, he has a personal account. He's not getting a 1099. But it doesn't mean 1099K. I'm sorry, 1099K, for fuck's sake. Same exact thing. It's just if you add the K or not. It's a 1099K. I can say 1099 without being fucking wrong. He's not going to get one, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have to report his income. It just doesn't mean that. And Parasite Slayer's a fucking dope. He's a fucking idiot. I'm telling you, everything he said in that statement was false. It was false. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. And a gift too. I mean, when you're talking about a gift, you're talking about a gift. Like, for example, if you give somebody a gift of maybe a few $1,000s, I don't know how it works exactly with money. Let's just say it's an item that costs $15,000. Apparently, you don't have to report that, or at least it's not taxable. Okay, but if somebody gives someone, say, 75 different cash deposits into one of their payment services like Cash App or Venmo or something, yeah, you're going to have to. It's different rules. It's not like you're receiving one gift from somebody. It's not. Parasite tried telling me, John. Oh, I read that one. I'll tell you what, Jeff Mellett, you tell me exactly how you want me to Google it to find what you were talking about. I want you to show me how a sender gets a 1099K. I want you to show me that. Tell me exactly how to find it, or Blimp Shady. Motherfuckers always do this to me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to add the K. You guys have me sitting here. This motherfucker has me thinking, I got to stop questioning myself. I'm like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? Like as if they're two different things. It's just a 1099K. I refer to it as a 1099. This dickhead has me questioning myself whether there's a 1099 and then also a 1099K. Fucking asshole. That's that special K. Yes, it is. I give my bartender 5 gifts a week. Yeah, see, that's taxable. Parasite Slayer was mostly wrong about pizza. He was completely wrong about pizza. And I'll tell you why. Because again, Blim Shady, if it was a case where, yeah, he's just gets and not, tons of them by the same people, that changes it. But let's just say that he does lives. He doesn't have any specific community he's in. And every day when he's on his lives, people send him $5-10 and say, hey, go get some food, go get a pair of socks, go get some gas for your generator. That's one thing. But the man has repeatedly said that he does this for a living. Repeatedly, as have I. Okay? Repeatedly, he said that shit. That he does this for a living. So, that cancels everything else out right there. Are the gifts to exotic dancers considered exemptions? I'm going to go ahead and say no. Blim Shady, Blim Shady, I'll tell you what, instead of us going back and forth, because you're irritating the fuck out of me, you tell me, since you saw it, or it's on Parasite Slayer's community page or whatever, you tell me exactly what words to Google so it can show me that what you're saying is correct, and that senders of donations are going to start getting a 1099K, which doesn't make sense, by the way, because they're only for receivers, not senders. That's like you're saying, do you realize what you're saying? That's like if I hired a contractor and I paid him $10,000, that I'm going to get a tax reporting form, that's going to somehow be reported to the IRS, and I'm going to have to claim that as what? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense what you're saying. It's up to the receiver to report shit. That's the way it works. It's the way it works. So, since you insist, Blim Shady, and I'm challenging anybody to do this, Parasite Slayer, you can come in under a soccer account. Blim Shady, Jeff Mella, tell me exactly what to Google to find what you're talking about. Otherwise, this whole argument for the last half hour was bullshit, and everything I said during this show is 100% fact. There you go. The only thing I might have been wrong about is if the 1099s are going to start going out this year and they didn't go out last year, I might have been wrong about that, but it did make a difference to me because I had a personal Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, which I reported the income from. So I didn't need the 1099. It's just like now. If Cash App didn't ask me to switch over to a business account, I would have kept a personal account and I would have just reported it. Because you don't fuck with the IRS. So it's as simple as that. I didn't get one. And you're not going to get one unless you have a business account. You're not. You can Google it 100 different ways. You're not. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, for the receiver. Senders, you're acting as if senders get taxed on the money they send, Blimp Shady. What you said, and please don't move the goalpost or change what you said. You said the senders are going to get 1099Ks, and then you tried to act as if there's a difference between a 1099 and a 1099K. So what are you talking about? What are you here, just to bust my balls? Because you did a great job. You got me all fucking sidetracked. But it's a gift, FBS. Yeah, I know. No, of course not. There's the link in the chat. And look, just in case anybody's wondering, because I said a little while ago to grab the link. You know, I always show proof. I don't expect anybody to take my word for anything. There's a little light in front of my face, but there you go. Nobody down there. No parasite slayer. Look at that. There's no difference between 1099 and 1099K. Yeah, I know. And I'm the dickhead who fell for it. Not fell for it, but I thought maybe I was making a mistake. You know what I mean? That's happened to me many times on here where I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on, I might be fucking up. Is there 1099 and a 1099K? No. No, I should have stuck with what I was saying to begin with. You know what it is that I know how bad of a fucking memory I have. So sometimes people will say something and I'll be like, wait a minute. Maybe there was something I forgot. Guys, go look at my community post. Scroll back, down, whatever. Just scroll down and you'll see my my 1099s from my fucking DJ business. So I did this for years. For 7 years, I was a small business, basically. I owned a small business. So all my equipment was insured. I had a tax ID number. I had all that shit. So no, they don't get taxed. It's the transaction history, which is logged for reference to any tax situation that it can be used for. You motherfucker. Wait a minute. You motherfucker. Who are you, Blimp Shady? Are you Parasite Slayer fuckface? Who are you? Let me go back here. Hold on. Motherfucker. First of all, you said 1099K is not a 1099. Will you admit that you were wrong there? Will you say, oh, my bad, Chris, I was wrong? It's an absolute fact. It's a 1099K, not a 1099. Yeah, it's the same. Listen, I've lived 45 years on this earth. It's a 1099K, and many people, if not most, just refer to it as a 1099. You know what I'm saying? It's people know what you're talking about when you say 1099. Now, where's this at? So are the senders, FBS. So are the senders. Okay? Yes, this will be tax year as your accountant to prevent money laundering. It's used to be, it used to be 20K. It has changed. So you said the senders too. So will you admit that you were wrong about a 1099 being a different from a 1099K and that it doesn't go to senders, it only goes to receivers? Will you do that? Will you make my life easier? Let's see. Yeah, right, with the insults. So you won't admit that you're wrong even though you're wrong. Even though we don't know who you are, you won't admit that you're wrong. You won't say, okay, there is no difference. A 1099K is a 1099, and a 1099 is a 1099K. It's just a matter of your preference on what you call it. And, oh, FBS, I was wrong. It doesn't go to senders. That would be retarded. It wouldn't make any sense at all, because people can pay service providers or, for products or whatever the fuck it is they're paying for whenever the fuck they want, however much they want. Oh, okay. All right. Well, so I was wrong. I apologize. That is an insult. Jimmy Calandra, they're making me crazy here. This Blimp Shady and this Jeff Mella fucker are talking to me about taxes. And turns out I was right the whole time and they have no idea what they're talking about. I swear to God, it's like I was demolishing Parasite Slayer, and he sent some people in here to be like, hey, throw him off the track because he's making an asshole out of me. I still made an asshole out of you. Just to remind everybody, you said there are no taxes owed on gifts ever by the receiver. You're wrong. You said Tony receives gifts, donations, so he doesn't owe taxes. FBS receives tips, paid for content, so he owes taxes. Everybody else says I get donations, they're handouts, I'm a beggar, blah, blah, blah. Now you're saying they're tips, which would make it I guess more noble to receive tips than donations, right? Because donations generally are considered, to be given to charities and stuff like that. But he literally tried to differentiate what I do from what Tony Pizza does as far as asking for money and shit. Tony Pizza, again, has said he does this for a living. He's threatened to shut his channel down and not do shows anymore if he doesn't get paid. He has put up community posts where he said that he needs $50 from at least 4 people, $50 each from at least 4 people, or he won't go live. He has used phrases like, it's not worth doing these shows if I'm not getting paid. So, yeah, you're an asshole, Parasite Slayer, and that's why you won't grab the fucking link right now, which I'm going to drop again. You're a fucking douchebag. You're so fucking stupid. This is the dickhead who didn't know what fucking deferred adjudication was. Asshole. Blimp Shady, I can't believe you won't admit you were wrong about those 2 things. Guys, if you donate, you get a receipt for the donation. 1099 is profit making. Oh, shit. You guys, you better donate. After all this shit I just went through, I want some fucking donations. Come on. Or as Parasite Slayer calls them, tips. I want tips. Holy shit. Rich man probs. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I wish. If I was a rich man, I wouldn't be doing this. That's for sure. So where were we before this tax fucking conversation? I just had to call that out because yesterday when I brought up Parasite Slayer's comment, I didn't see the whole thing till after the show. And then I saw somebody sent me the whole thing from Pizza's chat. And I'm like, wow, you got to be fucking kidding me, this idiot. Bobby Burberry on $10 for I got your tip right here. Thank you very, very much, Bobby. Did we even get to Tony fucking Pizza and his horse shit tonight? What did he say? He said, FBS, you have no conception of what you can accomplish in 12 to 13 years. No conception, huh? Interesting. No conception. Okay. You're right. I don't have any of those. Tony Pizza, you didn't by any chance mean I have no concept of what someone can accomplish between, within 12 to 13 years. You didn't mean that by any chance, did you? You meant conception? Okay, just wanted to make sure. That's usually mistakes stand-up guy makes. Like Tony Pizza quite often will use a word completely out of place or a word that doesn't exist, where a stand-up guy will take a word that does exist and oh, don't get me wrong. Wait, conception is a word, just not in that context. Relax. Stand-up guy will take a word and add shit to it or take shit away from it. You know what I mean? And make it his own new word. Joey Dimes, $5 for I'm driving, but fuck pizza. There you go. Fuck pizza. An immaculate conception. Yeah, there you go. I have no conception of what you can accomplish in 12 to 13 years. Listen, man, depending on the 12 or 13 years of my life, whatever, if we're talking about like the first 12 to 13, I probably didn't accomplish much. You know, I certainly didn't fight at the Garden. I didn't know Tommy DeSimone. I wasn't hired as the bodyguard for the Gotti kids. I didn't hang out with Angelo Bruno's daughter at the beach. Salvi Testa didn't get me an apartment. I didn't know the entire, not only cast of Goodfellas. Well, it wasn't even here yet, but I didn't know the real characters because he said he knew both. Not just Tommy DeSimone. He knew all of them. Yeah, I didn't accomplish all that. You're right, Tony. It's amazing. It's an amazing life you lived. And while I was crawling around on my mommy's carpets, as you said, you were having dinner with Noriega. It's very impressive. Very impressive. Okay, Tony Benencio. All right. Always the scapegoat. Everybody wants to make me the scapegoat. Oh, my God. So what else, guys? Tell me what he said tonight. D. Gainey sent me this one thing, but I know there's more than that. Let's get back to Tony fucking Pizza. And you forgot you don't have a futon. I don't. And I'm 45 years old. You think by 45 I'd have a futon. You wouldn't expect me to have one by 12 or 13, but by 45. For years, they didn't know who the fuck I was. They didn't know. I said they didn't know. My bad. Yeah, no futon. So apparently Dux is Matty Marinara. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I'd have that fucking degenerate incel cocksucking weirdo scumbag in my fucking chat. Especially considering that me and Tony Dux are like friends and I talk to him on the phone and everything else. Yeah, he pulled the wool over my eyes this whole time. It turns out he's one of my biggest haters. The fuck out of here. That's a hell of a voice changer you got there, Dux. Let me tell you, you made yourself sound like a faggot. Yeah, you didn't know? You didn't know you're Matty Marinara, bro? Having a futon is like a rite of passage. It is. It is. Jane Creek is Don Berlin. Oh, these are things he said tonight? Well, I asked. Yeah. I'm not sure what to say about that. Well, listen, Dux, I just wish you would have been straight up with me from the beginning. I don't know why you had to lie all this time. That's fucked up, bro. I'm going to hold that against you. Our friendship will never be the same again. Could you imagine Matty Marinara? I would never even associate with somebody like Matty. Believe me. Not in a million fucking years. Squad up. Wait a minute. Oh my God, Dux, you are Matty. Is that why every time I call you, you answer squad up? Oh my God, you snake. You fucking snake in the grass. He's going to put me in a trauma unit. I've been in trauma units before. It's not that big a deal. But I guarantee you ain't putting me in one fuckface. Guarantee it. Where the fuck does this guy come up with this stuff? He's Tony Pizza. You know what I mean? He's Tony Pizza. He's about 5 feet tall.
Brownstone when you cry. crush those little pills. With your cocaine jaw, stealing from the poor, peeking out the window of your motel door. 'Cause he's Tony Pizza, he stands about 5'4". We're tired of your bullshit and we won't take it no more. Yes, he's Tony Pizza, everybody knows his name. Lying is his motto and bullshit is his game. Yes, he's Tony Pizza, a racist to the core. He's YouTube's biggest loser, and we've heard it all before. Yes, he's Tony Pizza, every show's the same. Lying is his motto, and bullshit is his game. He's a mafia enforcer who runs away and hides. He's a liar and a grifter who has no love or pride. While he lies all day in bed, he dreams up fake mob stories while he begs the dog for head. Living life on handouts, isn't it a thrill? Watching other people pay your fucking bills. Cause he's Tony Pizza, he stands about 5'4". We're tired of your bullshit and we won't take it no more. Yes, he's Tony Pizza, everybody knows his name. Lying is his motto and bullshit is his game. Yes, he's Tony Pizza, a racist to the core. He's YouTube's biggest loser, and we've heard it all before. Yes, he's Tony Pizza, every show's the same. Lying is his motto, and bullshit is his game.
Sorry, guys, I had to. All right, let me see. He made that face when Hector snuck up behind him. It's fucking Hector. I wonder if any of that is true. I like to think it is, but I don't know. Yo, you got my money? Yo. You know, CW Pizza walks around his trailer singing this song because I'm CW Pizza. I stand about 5'4". Wait, I fucking 5'8". These cops. Oh wait, I'm fucking 5'8". You know what I mean? Correcting. Yeah, I thought I said 5 foot or 5 feet tall in the beginning. I fucked up. I thought it was 5'4", but I wasn't sure. I questioned myself. Hector the Proctor does believe in gloves. The fuck? Give me a second. All right. I thought you guys told me good shit before I went and did that. Hold on. Maybe not. The frog said pizza was 5'6" tops. I don't know. All I could do is hope that one day I run into him. You know what I mean? That's all I can hope. Sent you a clip, bro. Okay. Wait, what is this? Wait, hold on, I'll get to that in a second. He also said that Josie was the one that said pistol, not him, and she said that's because she's a liar. He said that's because she's a liar, and some not so nice words. Oh, now it was you, Pizza. You said it was a pistol. You did. You said it was a handgun, to be exact. You know, I'm pretty sure. I mean, pistol, handgun.
Why is Nick Romano backstage?
Why is Nick Romano backstage? I have absolutely no idea.
Nick, I'm sorry, man, but I can't.
Fuck you, on.
I was good.
What do you want, cocksucker? Yeah, was you? Well, suck my dick. There's my apology. Bye, dickhead. Go fuck out of here.
Fuck you.
Go back your mother.
God, that's got to be killing your ears. Holy shit.
Fuck your mom's wife, bitch.
Fuck your mom's wife.
You picked the wrong fucking place.
Dick Romano said, fuck your wife. Chicago said, fuck your mom's wife.
Come over here fucking around, bitch. Cash apps, PayPal, whatever you got. If you fucking hate Nick Romano, pay me. Fuck.
That's funny. Nick Romano would be taken a lot more seriously when he screams if he didn't have this situation down here going on, you know? The bat shoulders make him look taller than he really is. You sure? Because his head still, you know, it's taller than his shoulders. Maybe, though. Maybe it's just like a optical illusion type thing. It's very odd to see somebody with shoulders like that. You're still doing pizza videos. Jesus Christ, bro, how you holding up? Right, Big Tuna Junior. Who are you? Who are you? Last thing, have your donors write dinner split or of the cash apps they send you, and you can skate by the IRS free as a bird. Thank me later. Yeah, not after that. And I wouldn't do that. I don't fuck around with that shit. I'm telling you, I don't play games. That's why I'm saying about Tony Pizza. You know, he can think whatever he wants. And again, they're probably never going to come after him. You can't collect that type of money. Now, somebody said yesterday that they don't think that was $77,000 for 2024. They think it was $77,000 for the last 3.5 years. Guys, that can't be possible. That can't be possible. It can't be. It can't be. But I couldn't even find where like he had that on the Cash App thing. Where, you know, it said all his transactions, like 2,500 transactions. I checked on my phone and on my Cash App on my computer, and I couldn't find that. I don't know where that is located. Real Talk got match on the upper. What? Oh, is he missing a 1099K is if you're going to write off expenses related to business. If you're not, it's a regular 1099. Okay. 1099K is if you're going to write off expenses related to business. If you're not, it's a regular 1099. Okay. Well, let me ask you this, because this person seems to know what they're talking about. What about a 1099 miscellaneous versus a 1099 NEC, non-employment compensation? Why am I talking like he's on the phone? Or non-employee compensation? What's the difference there? How about that? Is what to do? Over under 275,000 for 3 years of Pizza's earnings on here. Blim Shady, that's a tough one. That's a lot. So I would say I think the safer bet would be under, but not by much. See, here's the thing. Okay. In the beginning, I watched Tony Pizza a lot. So I would see what kind of donations he would bring in. I don't watch him, and I haven't watched him for years. But if it's like what he was making in the beginning, Shane Smith, $5. What about his big Cash App he claimed was hacked? I don't know. I don't know about that. Did he say his Cash App was hacked? Why? Just so he could tell you the money's gone, so he needs more? What was I saying now? No. You didn't apologize for either of your things. And you did not mention a fucking, you heard me say that. Now you're like, oh, I'm going to pretend that's what I was talking about. You did not say that. You said 1099K, asshole. And you still didn't fucking admit the other thing you were wrong about, whatever that was, which I don't remember. I know what I was talking about with pizza. If he has been making for the last couple of years what he made like his first year and a half, I have to imagine, I'll say 75,000 a year. I think that's shooting a little low, but 75,000 a year. So you're still talking about the 200 and fucking $25,000. That's just for 3 years, 3.5. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I know that 77,000 wasn't for. I know that 75,000 wasn't for. Or 77,000 wasn't for his whole time on here. There's no way. Nah, I ain't apologizing for shit because I wasn't wrong, Blim Shady. You were wrong twice, and you ain't apologizing. So, matter of fact, just because you ain't apologizing, I'm gonna fucking block you because you won't be a man and apologize, fucking dickhead. Now he admitted it was 77,000 for 2024 only, and that is only one of his accounts. He has 2 Cash Apps. Well, like I said, I don't think you're ever going to get an IRS agent to give a fuck about Tony Pizza, but if you do, he's fucked in a major way. They don't have anything they could take from him, so they'll just lock him up. You know what I mean? Do you tell people that you make fun of an R word for $5 handouts? You are no better. Go back to sir. Would you like another pig in a blanket? Too lazy to go back to the lunchbox? You just totally made up a job that I never had. Is there any place in the world that sells something called a pig in a blanket? You're right, bro. I'm gonna go back to sir. Would you like another pig in a blanket? Yeah, Devato King. Gotcha. Parasite Slayer's advice to pizza is don't say taxes because taxes are for the woke. Then let him. Wait a minute. If Parasite Slayer's advice to pizza is don't pay taxes because taxes are for the woke, then let him. With friends like that, who needs enemies? Yeah. Well. All right, 1099 or 1099. If Parasite Slayer wasn't such an unbelievable dick rider, I would say, he's trying to do that to get pizza hemmed up or something, but that's not the case. Parasite Slayer wants to appear to be intelligent in some way. He wants to appear smart. He wants people to think he's well educated and he knows all this stuff, because every now and then Angel brings him up on the fucking panel and lets him, pretend he's a lawyer or whatever the fuck else he's pretending to be on any given week, and he gets attention that way because he's a fucking incel who lives in a basement, So, it's not that. He just, no matter what is brought up, he will try to act like he's the one that knows shit about it, knows more than everybody else. He said he was a lawyer and he didn't know what deferred adjudication was. So, you know, and now he's saying that what Tony Pizza receives on here is different from what I receive. Therefore, Tony Pizza doesn't have to pay taxes, but I do. And he's literally basing that on only the fact that he hates me and he likes Tony Pizza. If he was an honest guy, he'd be like, no, Tony, listen, you can't not pay taxes on that money, you know, but he's afraid he'll get thrown in pizza jail and get his wrench taken. Parasite Slayer is a true fucking geek. You have to understand. That's what he is. That seems so high, especially if he has 2 cash apps. Ducks, it's like I said, you know, before a bunch of times, I don't know. I look at what I make. I know what I make, you know, and I fucking, I compare incomes because I figure, you know, I think he consistently gets more donations than me or gets donations more consistently. You know what I mean? Like I always have downtimes, always. He never does. And even when he says he's having a downtime where donations are dried up, it's literally like 1 to 3 days he don't make much money. Not no money, much money. I've had in the last few months, I've had 2 and 3 week periods where I was making like $40 a show. And I know how much I make. So believe me, 77,000 for him is not a lot. Like I said, if anything, I'd be surprised that that's all he made. IRS wants your assets. Pizza has none. No, of course not. No. And how many times has he gotten egg on his face by doing that? A lot. I think he lies about his donations constantly. Well, there's that possibility too, Ducks. See, we never know with him. Like you always know whatever I shout out is what I get. You know, but Tony, by his own admission, lies about his donations. He sends donations to himself. Look, like somebody brought up the other day, Dixie Lee Ranch. What's up, M. Mariani? Dixie Lee Ranch used to have her send him money and then he would send it right back to her just so he told me that one time in that one fucking call we had. I always say that because God forbid you thought I'd ever spoken to him more than that. He said that he would have somebody send him $1, like he would get $1 Cash App and say it's $100. You know, so I know, but Ducks, 8 G's sitting around in a fucking envelope. Always has what he needs, whether he's doing shows or not. I don't know. He's got donors that give him thousands upon thousands of dollars. Like, I never had a joke. Well, I can't say that. I can't. Maybe somebody like that, but like this, Frankie the Fixer, for example, gives him, if I understand correctly, like hundreds of dollars at a time. I don't mean 2 or 3. I mean $600, $800 at a time, or even in the thousands, I believe, from what I hear. That guy, isn't there a couple of thousands upon thousands of fucking dollars every month? I mean, he has people give him absurd amounts of fucking money. Remember, Joe Candela matched his $1,250. So, I've had big donors. I still have a couple, but people give him money like their life depends on it. You know what I mean? Like, they can't give him enough. They give him these unbelievable amounts of money. It's insane. A person like him could never even need that much money. So I don't know, man. I could be wrong, Ducks. I don't know, because you got me there. I mean, if he's lying about his donations, who knows? B, he could make 35 to 40,000 a year and save 8,000, no problem. Yeah, you got a point there too. You're right. Who the fuck finds 8Gs on the street? Bullshit. I wish I did. I think he makes a nice chunk of change, but 77,000 a year, I don't know, seems like a stretch. It's possible. Technically, even I would tell you what I make, but I would never do that publicly. I'll tell you on the phone or something later, Ducks. I probably have already, but you know, y'all might think that I've told you. I would never tell you the exact amount I make. Never. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? I'd say different figures, or I'll say certain things that I know are going to make people insane, but I'm never going to say exactly how much I make. Of course not. Of course not. The bottom line is my best year on here was $5,000 for the year. Don't think he makes nearly as much as he says. I think his mom covers a lot. You might be right. How long did Pee Wee take him in? Oh, I don't know. I mean, as far as taking him in, like living with him, it was a few weeks, I think, but taking him in as in, you know, making him a dependent basically and supporting him, I mean, for a long time, I believe. And Pee Wee was giving him. That's another example. Pee Wee was giving that guy, he would give him on certain days $500-$600 in a day. You know what I mean? That's insane. That's insane. I've never even had that. So I don't know. I don't know. There's something about that, like people, normal people, so even in some cases, relatively successful people are obsessed with him. They are obsessed with him. They get these obsessions and they fucking, they'll do anything for him. I told you, it's why I always say it's a cult. How is it not? Guys, I'm going to need some of you to donate. I made $20 on this show. $20. We're an hour and 34 minutes in. Don't do this to me again, guys. Tip me, as Parasite Slayer would call it. Tip me. Tip me as much as you can. I literally only did this show to try to make up for the first show, which was horrible as far as donations. So if you can, please do. Whatever he makes, he spends right away. Oh, I don't think so. I think he stashes 90% of it. What could he spend it on? He's had days where he's gotten $1,200. The next day he says it's all gone. What could he spend it on? And here's the problem, Pizza. Like, if you want to say now, oh, I faked it. When I said I was making $1,200, I only made $200. Or when I said I only made $200, I actually made $1,200. See, nobody's going to know when they can believe you anymore, you know, because you do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for all the shit you talk, the one time people tried to call me out on my donations and said that I think it was like one night I got like $600 in donations, and your fucking asshole crew was like, oh, he's pretending he got $600 in donations. And I literally showed you 3 $200 donations from that night in my PayPal. It's from 200 from 3 different people. 200 each. Anyway, nobody does that but you. I know the other content, even SoFlo isn't doing shit like that. Mike Slick certainly isn't doing shit like that. Even Gunsmoke isn't doing shit like that. Okay, nobody is trying to, trick people into believing they're making more or less or whatever the fuck it is. The only person who does that. And now it's to the point where nobody knows what you have. And I know for certain people that might be the desired outcome, is that nobody really knows how much you have, but you want to do one of two things always. You either want to convince people you have nothing or convince people that you're basically rich. So nobody can take your word for anything. You're a fucking liar. 1099 or 1099K. I think pizza made more than 77,000. I know I'm gonna find out. Well, you definitely are. A lot of those cash apps, he says, is just a way to get real ones. It's crazy. How would that work? Thank you, Bobby, for putting that up. That's where my tips go. From now on, guys, because of Parasite Slayer, we are going to call them tips from now on. No more donations. I want you guys to tip me, please. Thank you. Food and drugs. Yeah, it's pretty much, I mean, what else could it be? Don't think he makes half of what he says. The fake cash apps are to induce real ones. But how does that work? Like, why would people donate because they think he's getting cash apps? That would be counterproductive. People generally will donate when they think you're not making any money. They're not going to be like, oh, so-and-so donated $10. Now I'll donate $10. You know what I mean? That's not, I wish it worked that way. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's the exact opposite. People see you getting donations and they're like, oh, he's good. He don't need my money. Thank you, War. It makes it look like people are contributing. I guess. But I mean, that wouldn't, if anything, he might think that would irritate the people who don't like him, but I don't think it would help him. I don't even think that he would think it would help him. That's just like I said. There was one time he had like $8,000 sprawled out on the floor, you know, all spread out, and in whatever shitbag hotel or whatever the fuck he was in, and he put the video up, and then like an hour later or something, he took it down, and he said somebody told him, take that down, because if people know you have all that money, you're not going to get donations. So he took it down right away and started denying it was his money, you know. So maybe M. Mariani, maybe you're right. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to get going. 1 hour and 39 minutes. I'm exhausted. I went to the skate park today. I know my haters love that. Yeah, I went to the skate park today after I went and got my some maintenance on my car done. And when my 20,000 mile, you know, scheduled maintenance, whatever the fuck. And then I went to the skate park, and I was freezing my balls off. And it's not even the cold, it's the wind. You know what it's like to try to skate against the wind? And sometimes you have no choice, depending on where the skate park is located. you might have to skate against the wind to get anywhere in the skate park. Oh my God, unbelievable. And now it's going to be in the 20s for like the next 10 days at least. So depressing. Take care and have a great night, FPS. I've got to get up early to work. Have fun at the skate park and send my regards to your hardworking wife. I will give that lady credit. Put your knee pads on to skate. Tony, was that an insult? Give my regards to your hardworking wife. I will give that lady credit. I mean, yeah, Denny, I'll try. I might be out there. I don't know. I've been going to Reed Menzer every day, but I might be out there tomorrow. If it don't snow, they said it might snow in the fucking early afternoon. But if so, I'll see you then. 36, 37. I could deal with that. Yeah, maybe I'll see you then, bro. Denny, they say that, you know, people our age skating, like that's like a goofy thing. Like that's like something to be embarrassed of or something. What do you think of that? Just out of curiosity. And you may receive pizza's tips with great excitement, Tony. Ungrip the tip, send something, y'all. Oh yeah, no, it's not much happening today as far as that. What was I gonna say now? I forget. Oh, all right, bro. All right, Denny. Yeah, I'm gonna get going, I guess, and I'll see you guys. They're right. You think so? 45 years old. What's the big deal? There's guys older than us that skate at those fucking parks. All right, guys, I'm out. Thanks for everything. I love you all. And until next time, salute.